Hi everyone, welcome to CoinStreet. So today what we're going to be doing is talking about the top Google questions when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Everyone has a ton of questions about blockchain and Bitcoin, but now that the early market adopters have moved on to more complex ideas, there's a lack of consistent educational content that has left newcomers to the industry still wondering about the simple questions. So my goal here is to shed some light on these questions. This is actually the video version of an excellent article written by one of CoinStreet's co-founders, Rashad Khan. I'll leave a link to that article in the description. So question number one, is Bitcoin here to stay? Bitcoin was created in 2009 by an anonymous person who went by the handle Satoshi Nakamoto. The goal was to create a supplemental economy to the existing system we have where all money is free of restrictions from borders and governments and societies. The world has become increasingly more digital, and the internet has broken down the barriers of communication between the whole world. Location no longer restricts your ability to contribute and share ideas. However, humans haven't been able to make their money flow as fluidly as their data. The institutional bonds behind fiat currency's functionality inhibit their ability to be used as transfer of values in code. Digital assets derived from blockchain, Bitcoin for example, are examples of programmable money that can be leveraged to transfer value instantly between any two computers. This technology is vital towards the progression of a borderless economy, which is necessary for humanity to move from the industrial age into the digital age. Bitcoin isn't going anywhere unless all corrupt governments and institutions in the world are erased. Question 2. Is Bitcoin a bubble? All assets fundamentally appreciate in bubble patterns. This pattern is what any asset that grows at an exponential rate follows. There is a slow scaling growth early, then a huge uptrend before coming down to a price below the mean, as seen in the chart. Bitcoin goes up exponentially and comes down just as fast, but where it ends up has historically always been higher than where it started. Thus, traditional economic definitions of bubbles are hard to apply to a decentralized asset such as Bitcoin, where the strong influence and nascent market size leads to exceptional volatility. This means one of two things. One, yes, Bitcoin experiences bubbles. But two, the end of a bubble phase does not mean the end of Bitcoin. Simply, its return to the mean growth trendline. Question number 3, is Bitcoin legal? In 2017, the SEC Securities Exchange Commission and the CFTC Commodities and Futures Trading Commission agreed that Bitcoin is a commodity. This means it's under the same label as gold and oil and considered property. This removes it from pretty much all strict regulation, but financial gains are still to be taxed. Bitcoin is 100% legal and appropriately regulated. Question number 4, is Bitcoin safe? Bitcoin is approved by the federal government as legally and acceptable and is traded actively around the world. Bitcoin has been proven to be as safe, if not more safe, than the money in your bank account. Question number 5, can Bitcoin be hacked? The Bitcoin network has never been hacked. Exchanges and wallets can have flaws in their system, but as long as you stay with a regulated platform like Coinbase or Gemini, then your money is insured up to $250,000, just like your bank account. Question number 6, can Bitcoin be traced? The short answer is yes. Bitcoin is what you call pseudo-anonymous. The transactions themselves are on a public, transparent ledger, and so through deep analytics, origins of the transactions can be identified. However, the most traceable action is either buying or selling Bitcoin for fiat. There are ways to make your transactions even more private, like switching to an alternative anonymous currency. However, if you're committing high-ticket crimes using Bitcoin, you probably will get caught. Thus, criminals around the world still use the US dollar as their go-to currency. Question number 7, can Bitcoin crash? In this case, I don't think I could answer this question any better than Pompliano did, since he is the founding partner at Morgan Creek Digital Assets, a leading Bitcoin fund. His explanation hits the nail on the head. He says, definitely. Bitcoin's favorite thing is to run up really fast and then crash really hard. The only people who actually care about that are the people who are speculating on it, but all the people who actually understand the technology and really believe in the kind of difference and the kind of change that Bitcoin can bring, they don't get fazed when it crashes. Question number 8. Can Bitcoin be shut down? So no country that has tried to ban Bitcoin has been able to do so successfully. China, which actually initiated a ban several months ago, has actually been home to some of the highest Bitcoin network activity in the world. In order to kill Bitcoin, you have to kill the internet and you have to kill the idea itself. Ironically, the harder one might try to ban Bitcoin, the stronger the argument to support it becomes. Question number 9, is Bitcoin taxable? Anytime Bitcoin is traded on an exchange for US dollar, then that is considered a taxable event. Exchanges have tried to limit the amount of data they share with the IRS, but if you've made a lot of money through Bitcoin, they will likely come knocking on your door one day. If you only hold just a little bit, just mess around with it, or use it to buy anything, you have a solid chance of flying under the radar. Now, I'm not an accountant, but to be safe, always try to keep a record of all, or at least just your profitable transactions. Now, there you go, guys. That was the top Googled questions about Bitcoin. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. We'll have plenty more videos like this to come, and I'm happy to have you guys here. Thank you.